Hey guys, Waterfowler41 here, and in today's video we're going to be installing some vinyl graphics on the hood of my Ram Rebel. So I picked up some vinyl graphics from a company called Rocky Mountain Graphics. So they have a whole bunch of different designs for the Ram 1500 trucks, some for the classic, some for the newer versions. They have a couple different designs for the new Ram body style hoods. So I wanted to do something to the hood, but something a little bit different. I know a lot of the Rebels have that center stripe that says Rebel in it. I like those, but I wanted my truck to look a little bit different than the status quo in that one. So what we went ahead and picked up are these two hood stripes. You see them there, and I'll show you where they go in a second. But basically what they'll do is they'll adhere right above these little fake vents, and they'll continue this black up until really the edge. So it gives you kind of a cool continuation of this grill up the side of the hood. So let's go ahead and grab that. So basically, this is what they'll look like. Oop, my wrap tack's in the way. They're cut to fit around the vents. So basically what I'm going to try to do is get that cut to fit underneath here just a little bit so it's a continuous black pattern. And then the vinyl itself will curl up the hood just a tad, and it'll probably be about an inch or a half inch from the edge of the hood. Functional? Maybe, because I got A-pillar lights, and if you add kind of a matte black vinyl here, you're going to cut down some of the glare, but it's really not horrible glare. This is more of a form. I just like the way it looks. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I install vinyls. There's about 1,000 different ways to do it. Some right, some wrong. This is the way that works for me. So take it with a grain of salt. But I'll show you the step-by-step process that I use. And we'll start with the driver's side. I'll go ahead and knock this out. And then once I get back to filming the how-to, we'll show you step-by-step on the driver's side. But as far as materials that you'll need, you're obviously going to want to have a clean hood. So whatever method works best for you to clean the area where you're going to be installing the vinyl, you can obviously go and clean the whole truck. But I typically just clean the area and a couple inches around it. Because I'm going to be applying it with a wet method, I want to make sure that no dirt's going to drip in from, let's say, underneath the center vents. I don't want, my wrap attack to get in there and then all of a sudden drip down, then I got to deal with dirt underneath the vinyl. So I went ahead and cleaned the whole entire area here. Then I use a product called Wrap Attack. This is a wet application vinyl fluid. So basically what you do is you clean up the whole area, wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol, and then you spray Wrap Attack on the area. You also spray it on the vinyl itself, and this allows the decal itself to slide around. Now, Rocky Mountain does give you some instructions in terms of how to make your own wetting fluid. I use this because it takes a lot of the science out of it. I'm not a vinyl master, so I'd rather take some of the mystery out of it, and you just get this prepackaged stuff. It's about $22 for this bottle. You could get a smaller bottle. I just figured since it's a big area, I wanted to be able to spray kind of a large swath of this stuff there. But I've used this on all the Laminex products that I installed. I absolutely love this stuff. It really does allow you to get the vinyl where you need it. It's pretty forgiving. So Wrap Attack is the way to go. I'll leave a link to that guy down in the description below. But let me go ahead and get the passenger side one installed. And then once we get back, we'll do the driver's side. And I'll show you step by step in terms of how to do it, from cleaning it, wiping it down with isopropyl alcohol, pulling the vinyl off of the backing, and then getting everything smoothed out. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is surface prep. So like I said, it's kind of a three-step process here. First thing you're going to do is clean the surface really well. So you could either have gone through a car wash or did the car wash yourself, but make sure you're using something that you know is going to get the surface nice and clean. Second thing you're going to want to do, once that surface is clean and dry, is you're going to want to wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol. That gives it a nice sterilized, for sure clean surface. Gets all the last little residual dirt pieces off there, and to make sure that you have a nice clean surface for the adhesive to adhere to. You want to make sure you're doing everything you can to promote adhesion between the vinyl and the hood paint itself. Third step, once you've wiped everything down with isopropyl alcohol and you let that dry off, that's when you pull in the Wrap Attack or whatever your wetting solution is. In the instructions with the vinyls from Rocky Mountain, they do give you instructions in terms of how to make your own wetting fluid. Like I said, I'm not a professional vinyl wrapper, so anytime I could take any of the risks or mitigate any of the issues I could potentially have, I'll take it. And that's why I went with Wrap Attack. Again, this is something that you can even use as a cleaner itself, but it's something that you spray on the surface, and then it gives you plenty of time to move the decal or vinyl where you want it before you actually install it. So let's get everything out of the way, and I'll go ahead and start cleaning the surface. All right, now that we let the cleaning solution dry off completely, we're gonna go ahead and wipe everything down with isopropyl alcohol. You'll notice that I'm using different microfiber towels for each solution that I'm using. That's just to make sure that I'm not contaminating the surface. So I'm going from dirtiest to cleanest. So this is the final step before we actually install the Wrap Attack. Then once we get the vinyl on there and I wanna wipe the excess Wrap Attack off, I'll use a brand new microfiber. So have at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 available. That way, if you drop one accidentally, you already have a backup ready to go. All right, now that we got the surface wiped down with isopropyl alcohol, I probably should have mentioned that if you were measuring your stripes, you would have wanted to have done that before you've cleaned the surface, because you're gonna be touching the surface left and right. You wanna make sure that by the time you get into the vinyl install phase, you have a very clean surface. So if you're putting stripes or some sort of vinyl on that requires a specific location, then you would have wanted to do those measurements before you clean everything. That way you're not touching the whole area. Since I'm installing these stripes, all I'm doing is lining them up with the outside of the vents here, and then I'm gonna tuck it just a little bit underneath here so I don't see any more white, and that's what's gonna help me locate things. I'm gonna eyeball it based off the one I did on the passenger side, but really I'm not measuring anything. All I'm doing is continuing this line. The outside of the stripe is actually contoured and it fits perfectly along here, so we're just gonna eyeball it. So now the next thing you want to do is get yourself some blue tape or painter's tape. And the reason you want to do that is this is a really thin vinyl, which the good vinyls are thin, and you're going to need to use that blue tape to actually pull the vinyl off the backing. It's a lot easier to do that. If you try to pull it off with your nail, you could end up ripping or tearing the vinyl itself, and it's just not worth it. So what I do is I just take a little piece of vinyl here or a little piece of tape, put it on the corner, and then that allows you to then pull the vinyl right off the backing, just like that. So I try not to stick it too hard on the vinyl because I don't want to have to fight with it pulling off the vinyl once I'm ready to pull the blue tape off. But this is how you release that vinyl from the backing. Gonna need 2 hands here, but basically what I'm gonna do is blast everything with Wrap Attack, make sure everything's nice and saturated. Then as I'm peeling the vinyl off here, I'm gonna do this off camera, but as I'm peeling the vinyl off the backing, I'm also hitting the back of the vinyl with Wrap Attack. You can't really use too much of it. That's why I like this stuff, because you really can't err on the side of too much. If you do use too much, all you gotta do is squeegee it out. But again, if you have a lot on there, it makes it a lot easier to move everything around, and it gives you plenty of time before you have to settle everything in here. So we'll take our Wrap Attack and just spritz everything, give it a nice even coat all over the place. And like I said, when I was cleaning, I made sure that I cleaned areas like this because that Wrap Attack's starting to go this way and I don't want it to carry any dirt with it. So now what I'm gonna do over here on the side is pull the vinyl off the backing, and as I'm pulling it off, keep hitting it with Wrap Attack. So let's do that. All right, we got our wet vinyl, we got our wet surface. We're ready to go to drop the vinyl down on the hood. So here we go. The other advantage of using that blue tape is it gives you a little handle to move everything around with. So really all I'm doing here is just tucking the vinyl underneath the edge here, and you can see, you know, you can move this vinyl around pretty easily with all the Wrap Attack on there. A little dry up here, so no worries. We'll just hit that with some Wrap Attack, and now look at that, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is just get this guy slightly tucked underneath the vent here, and then go look from the front, and all I'm trying to do is line up this line all the way up the hood. If I do that, then we'll just make sure that this gap looks pretty similar to that. You can get a tape measure out and measure it. I think I'm about even. But once you get it where you want it, then the fun part starts, and that's when you start squeegeeing this guy into place. So let's put it right there. Looks like that gap is about the same. Looks like a little bigger in the... My lettering check. All right, I'm happy with where it's at. Now I'm gonna grab my squeegee with the felt on it. And what you wanna do now, as you're squeegeeing all the liquid out, is start from the middle and out. And you don't wanna push hard, especially with matte vinyls, you could scratch them. So you just wanna start from here and slowly go out. In the beginning, you don't need that hard of pressure. All you're trying to do is get the most amount out. And then we'll come back over it as we kind of get more of that liquid out, so we could ramp up the pressure just a little bit. So again, we're starting from the middle and just pulling everything out. You want the liquid to take the shortest path possible so it doesn't get trapped underneath the vinyl. And just keep going over it and over it. And every so often we're gonna have to dry off some of this so we can see some of the air bubbles if we do have any. But there's not a lot of curve to this area, so it really is pretty simple. I put vinyls on that curved on the hood, and it was a test of patience, but this really is an easy one to install. So now we can start ramping up pressure a little bit more. Dry this off every so often. And then I'll use my finger just to make sure that this part's down. I got a small squeegee that I'll pop in here in a second that will get underneath that vent, underneath the plastic. But now you can see we can start ramping up pressure a little bit more, because now that adhesive's starting to take, and we're committed at this point. But it's a very easy vinyl to install. And again, I didn't measure anything, I just eyeballed it. Really, all you want to do is measure off here and then make sure that this gap matches that side. Once you get there, then you're good to go. So after you get a lot of that down, or most of the vinyl down, what I did on the other side is I wiped it down gently just to see if I have any areas where I got fluid still. And if I did, I'll go back over that and kind of focus some pressure there. Yeah, so up at the top here. So now I'll just get all that out of there. And there it goes. But you don't really see it when you got that much fluid on top. But I do like to have some fluid on top. That way it acts as kind of a lubricant to move the squeegee around. But looks like we got everything out of there. Looks good. All right. So now what I'm going to do is grab the heat gun and just go over it real gently. Not blast it with the heat from right here, but just over it, just so I can make sure I dry all that applicator out. And then I'll go over it with a squeegee as I'm doing that, just to make sure we're 100% positive we got everything situated there. All right, so we got our heat. Like I said, you don't need to apply a ton of heat, just enough far away where you can feel it. And this will help accelerate the cure process for the adhesive. It just gives you peace of mind that you got everything out of there. You can still see we're still getting some liquid out of there because the applicator itself is getting wet. That's all right. Not a lot. All right. So that is it. So now the vinyl is completely installed. They recommend 24 or 48 hours before you actually get the car washed, which is good. So what I'll do is I'll leave the truck in the garage for the next day or so. But that's how you install the vinyl from Rocky Mountain Graphics. This is just the applicator fluid drying off. You can see there's alcohol in it, so it goes away. But I think this looks sick. It's very tasteful. Let me grab the camera. We'll take kind of a good overall look and see just really how these the graphics kind of laid out. But overall, I'm very happy with it. Hopefully you learned kind of how to install those hood graphics. Now, one thing I might do is go back and get their center one. They have a really cool center graphic that matches these guys pretty specifically. And after seeing how easy it was to install these guys, now I really want to make the whole hood kind of look like this. So maybe we got another follow-up video for that. All right, so we have the truck pulled out of the garage, and here are the stripes. Let's hop up on the ladder so you can get a really good bird's eye view. So you can see it's pretty discreet. It's just basically continuing those vents. And you can see on the outside line, that's what I followed to basically make sure that I'm keeping the contours of the hood. And again, from a functional standpoint, maybe it's functional. You got my A-pillars here, and this is the area that if any glare does hit, it does hit right here. But it's not super distracting, but I like it. It looks very good, very tasteful, not overwhelming. I don't know if the light's picking it up, but I got a nice little dent here from an acorn that fell out of a tree. But probably got to get that PDR'd out. But that is how you install the Rocky Mountain Graphics. Super easy. Let's take a step down real quick here. Take a look at them close up. Quality's awesome. They're very easy to install. Good vinyl is easy to install. Bad vinyl is going to fight you the entire way. So with Rapid Tack, with a clean surface, with the right tools, it is very easy for anyone to install these things. And like I said, I didn't even take any measurements. I just eyeballed it. I really just wanted to make sure that this line was continuous right up the hood. But with that, that is my video. Appreciate it. Hope you all learned how to install these vinyl graphics in your hood. Any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you very much. Bye.